You guys think I'm out of ideas? Watch, they're gonna fucking nerf this on Monday when they get back from the weekend. They're gonna delete this combo too. I'm gonna do another one on Tuesday. I have a fucking list of this shit. I'm fucking, there's a fucking whack-a-mole going on here. They aren't able to stop me this easy. Did they nerf the other one you did? Yeah, they deleted Zephyr Sage combo. And honestly, in deleting the Zephyr Sage combo, Riot Games has declared war. All right, I'm not giving up. I will not run out of degenerate infinite combos. I will not. I will find more. Basically, the way to make Zevi work is to use her in conjunction. With something that cheats mana, and that's how this deck works. We're using Zevi with Smooth Soloist and Veteran Investigator. So we're like Veteran Investigator and Zevi are the draw, and Smooth Soloist is the mana. You just combine draw with mana and you go infinite. But you need it to be built around engines. I kind of want to just like, we can play this deck. To be honest, I can just play like a couple of games of Storm. It's actually like fairly reliable and something I want to optimize. And for those of you guys who might not have like seen this deck before, I want to bring you guys up to speed. Because there's a lot of like infinite combos that are going to be sort of like built off of this idea. And this is an easy way of kind of like showing it off, right? This is also a super fun deck. So it's Ezreal TF. What this means is we just want to fish for combo pieces aggressively and basically nothing else. What the Tito represents is the ability to put puff caps in his deck, but it's never going to survive in this matchup. So let's just go for combo pieces and ignore everything else. Jack's actually alright. It's beefy, so it's hard to kill, and it gives us discard fodder. There's a counterfeit copies. So again, how this deck works is we're just going to infinitely play 0 mana Veteran Investigators until the opponent dies. And it's actually a lot better than it seems. You know what? Now that he's tapped under, I can get my chip in with Teemo here. It's like, if he wants to Thermo Beam this, I'm fine. I didn't really want to let him, like, make it that easy for him. But Thermo Beam, given my hand, is actually pretty valuable for him. And Mystic Shot for him, given my hand, as well as Make It Rain, are not. So I just don't want to let him kill my Teemo with a card that isn't really valuable for the rest of the game anyway, right? We got to think ahead. So we put 5 puff caps in his deck. That's going to be 5 damage, basically, right? That's the entire idea. Our Teemo's never getting another attack. I'm just going to block this here. He's Ezreal TF. My Teemo is absolutely never getting another attack. This is truly never going to happen. I expect a lot of hands would actually Make It Rain into second Black Market Merchant here. Interesting. Okay. And I am fairly happy taking my own pass. The nice thing is, like, counterfeit copies on Investigator can help us draw into more combo pieces. But unfortunately, it's a little too early for it. So we need to find the solos. This game's going great already. This is such a fucking 5-head deck, dude. I miss this deck. This is like the one that got away, you know? So we just blue card here. We want nothing but to just like look for our pieces.
Never lost a fair game. Or played one.
We can like counterfeit copies to be mana efficient, but I actually don't really know if I want to be drawing more Veteran Investigators. I don't know. I might have wanted to counterfeit copies there. I guess I still can. If I draw too many Investigators... No, there's no such thing. I'll counterfeit copies here. I think that's fine. We'll see if I end up regretting that later. This is not a deck that's been fully optimized yet. And I still haven't, like, I haven't perfected how to play it either. Like I said, I only played this deck for like a day or two, but it was so fun, dude. So we need the soloist. This is the missing piece of the puzzle, the smooth soloist. And until we get the smooth soloist, we can't really win. In an ideal universe, Jack would bait out a Thermo Beam, helping keep Zevi alive. I don't mind drawing the second Zevi because she's usually dying here. Counterfeiting now just reduces the odds of smooth soloist. Yes, I do, but having like multiple Veteran Investigators in hands during the going off turn actually matters. Like I said, it might have been a misplay, but there's upsides and downsides. But yeah, Jack feels a really good upgrade to Chump in this deck, honestly. He's got a much beefier stat line. He literally has double the health as Chump just for 3 more mana, or just for 1 more mana, which is great. And yeah, he's discard fodder. So like, you know, if we draw like Rummage, you know, we'd have to kick away like one of the fleeting Sleep with Fishes, but we're just getting them out. It's perfect. He nabbed the soloist from us. He might have. How do you win with this deck if you draw deeper than them finding your combo pieces? So that's a great question, and it's because we're counterfeit copying is the Veteran Investigator into our deck. They will mill first. They will die before we do, every time. Okay, so we can go ahead and play our first Zevi here. That's fine. A lot of hands just Thermo Beam this right away, which I'd be pretty cool with because we had 2. If we didn't have 2, I'd be less cool with. And honest, by the way, I'm not sure Jack is better than Chump Wump. It's just, in my head, it might be better. Like, the fact that, like, we can't rummage away Sleep with Fishes super easily is kind of awkward. Also, it looks like we're kind of dying here. I don't know what's going on with that. Dude, where's my soloist, man? I probably need to just Thermo Beam to reduce damage here. It's not really a good Thermo Beam. It's kind of the best we're getting in this matchup, though. And banking the mana doesn't actually do anything at all here. Attack the keg. I guess you could Thermo Jack. Yeah, I was supposed to attack the keg before doing that. Sure. Because it stops him from Thermoing Jack. I don't, you know, super hate it if he does, but... So, honestly, if he's going to commit a spell to kill my Levy plus the block, I actually don't mind that. But there's no reason to attack with it here. It's just trolling. Okay, great. Alright. So, don't get me wrong. I mean, this is a super niche combo deck. If we don't draw Soloist, we can't win. We have the rest of our combo set up. We're actually we're so ready to combo off.
You wanted rough.
We just need Soloist. Double TF is sweet here. That's a pick a card. That's insane. Absolutely insane what just happened. We have pick a card and we can send away the Sleep with the Fishes. We're probably gonna have to red card here to not fucking die, though. Yikes. I mean, I have too much draw anyway at this point. I need to stay alive.
Never lost a fair
I need to stay alive.
played one.
But yeah, this pick a card is insane. Holy shit. We're overdrawing our hand. We might have to, like, throw out our warning shots here. Why am I running... So, I only need 1 warning shot, right? But if I draw the Zevi, I can probably trigger it with Sleep with the Fishes. Because we have Jack the Winner alive, does that mean I can use both warning shots? If we pick a card away the Sleep with the Fishes, next turn, it's going to try drawing us 4 cards, and Zevi's going to clone it to 8. Pick a card with Zevi is kind of fucking awkward. I need my Zevi to die so that I can pick a card and get more unique cards. I need to block with my Zevi and have her die. Is actually important here. But he might not attack. Interesting. Interesting. So, oh man. I don't know. I probably just need to pick a card that while I still have the opportunity. It kind of sucks though, because I don't think I'm going to be able to kill my Zevi, but there's not enough of a downside. Like, banking the mana doesn't do as much for us. So yeah, it's trolly to not take the pick a card there. I fucking want the Zevi to die right now. Just because of this stupid board. Yeah, that was a misplay. That was just dumb. My concern is, like, if my Zevi doesn't die and I'm pick a carding, I'm burning a shit ton that I can't really afford to. So we can rummage here. We have an 8 card hand. Rummage is discard. Okay, so rummage will work just fine because we open rummage, go down to 5, and then we're back up to 9. So we rummage the Sleep with the Fishes and 1 warning shot. Rummage is a great draw here. And now we've got Rummage and Soloist. So we're ready to pump. We're ready to go. We've got our full combo. So we just go with the Soloist right now. We've done it. We've done everything we need to. So it doesn't matter which one we play. Our Soloist is up. Our Soloist is up. And now you guys are going to see the true face of degeneracy. This guy needs to kill our Zevi right now. If he doesn't kill our Zevi right now, he's fucked. He's absolutely screwed if he doesn't. I'll Veteran Investigator. Do I have ways of protecting my Zevi? I'll Veteran Investigator to start. Okay. So the 0 mana combo has started. Zonai Urchins are also 0 mana pure cycles. Alright. If he spends his mana and doesn't kill our Zevi, we are killing him this turn. If he does not kill our Zevi, if he doesn't have the other Thermo, or something like Second Mystic, we're good. You have the second Zevi in hand? Yes, but I want to kill him this turn, not next turn. That's important. Okay, so he went to 3 mana, which means he's done. Right? So we can't do the other Veteran Investigator because we need to keep it in hand for our full combo, right? It's actually important to keep the other Veteran Investigator in hand for the ability to get it off of counterfeit copies. If we draw counterfeit copies, we need more veterans in the deck. Okay? So we discard that. Our hand size is 8. Now, the hand size is the biggest limiter here, right? We have to be very, very, very aware of our hand size being 8. Okay? Or hand limit being 10. We can't overdraw past 10. So we're going to have to play our cards with that in mind. Here's the Mystic Shot. Alright. Perfectly fine. Doesn't do anything to this board at all. And we're never going to need the rummages. So here we can take the rummage first on both the we're never going to need the thermo beam. So we can open rummage now. Hand size goes down to 5 and then back up to 9. These warning shots are free, so they can basically just threaten a potential kill here. The salvages we don't have enough mana for. So the warning shots are going to come out here to basically, you know, give us a way to spend our card, or not like tap out of options. We've got an 8 card hand, which means we can go ahead and take the other rummage, but we might need to preserve the mana. Let's Zonite first. Yeah, we can Zonite first. We're not going to need the salvages here because we just have too much mana. Okay, more soloist, more discards. So now we've got an 8 card hand. Where are those counterfeit copies, dude? We've got the 8 card hand again, which means now we're using rummage. We can kick off, I guess soloist is worth even less than salvage. Sure. So we can rummage here, just looking for counterfeit copies. There's the Veteran Investigator doubling up and the Thermo that's getting discarded. So now our hand size is 9. We're going to go ahead and Veteran Investigator here. This is going to bring our hand up to 10. There's a double up on Mystic Shot. And now we're going to, we don't want to rummage yet because we need to have 1 mana in case, we find the counterfeit copies. So what we need to do is we need to warning shot now so that our hand size goes back down to 9. Then we play another 0 mana Veteran Investigator. In this case, we can override the 2/1, it doesn't matter. But we need to keep the 1 mana in our hand so that our counterfeit copies is turned on. And we need to keep the other Veteran Investigator in hand so that we have a target for it with counterfeit copies. So now we're going to counterfeit copies the Veteran Investigator and go down to 0 mana. Now you might think that this means we can't play any more spells this turn, and you are very, very, very mistaken, and you'll see why in a second. Now I'm going to Thermo Beam. I need to literally get these cards out of my hand to free up hand space. Actually, I don't need to yet. Yeah, we can Thermo Beam later. Our hand size is currently 9, so we can play the other Veteran Investigator here, and this is perfectly fine. The Zonai Urchin will basically just be redoubling up on itself. And now we need to free up hand space, so we're going to need to Thermo Beam at 0 mana, okay? So he's got 22 cards left in his deck. Sometimes we actually went off of the puff caps, but I think we're just going infinite here. So now we've gotten the Thermo out of our hand. We're going to go ahead and Zonai Urchin, now going down to 8 cards, and double draw back up by discarding salvage. We're just going to keep this going. And now you see why we have mana. Now you see why we're not done with this combo yet. We are very far from done with this combo. Cruel Creatures at 0 mana attune gives us a discard target and replenishes our mana. We get the counterfeit copies high roll off of the Cruel Creatures. We're absolutely nuts, absolutely ridiculous. Okay, we've got the 9 card hand. We can go ahead and Coral Creatures again, replenish more mana here. Get the parlay. Parlay doesn't matter. We're just getting rid of it. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and we've got the 9 card hand yet again. So we can just go ahead and Zonai Urchin here, right? Zonai Urchin is going to be perfectly fine. Just replacing this card again. And we can discard some unusable. We're killing him this turn so we can just get Zevi out of our hand. Now it's kind of awkward that we do need 1 more Investigator, which is kind of the sad thing. And we do kind of need to hit it off of the rummage. So a big problem here is we didn't use the Thermo fast enough. We might have messed up. I think we needed to use the Thermo when I was at 0 mana. Because now we've kind of like trapped ourselves. We have a 9 card hand. We could have used 1 counterfeit copies on the other Coral Creatures. There might have been a better way to sequence this. We might have messed up. Also, I guess we should have taken an attack with our, our other units. Because we're just overriding a shit ton of things anyway. Because like Rummage is going to overdraw the shit out of this hand now. Because we're only drawing the top card. We're only drawing the top card, basically. I think we have to Rummage and just kind of like hope that the top card is Veteran Investigator. At this point, pretty unfortunate. Thermo Beam can mulligan itself, so we're going to get the Mystic Shots out, fleeting. We do have a few veterans in the deck, so we do have decent odds, but we trapped... Oh, no, never mind. I had a, like, mathematical oopsie. Okay, now our last point of mana goes for the counterfeit copies. We're going to counterfeit the other veteran investigators. So now we've got more in our deck, and now we need more mana because we have counterfeits and veterans. So we're going to take the opportunity again. We're at 0 again. We're going to get the thermal beam out of our hand like we should have before. It was a mistake to not get this thermal beam out of our hand before. Now that we're at 0 mana, though, we can do it. So now I'll just go ahead and veteran again. I could attack him, but I really just want to mill him here instead. It is kind of nice to, like, replenish blockers, though. That is true. That is true. Zevi is trying to create fleeting copies, but his hand is completely full. I'll take one attack here. Let's go for one attack here. That's fine. What the hell? I mean, he's just gonna block it down anyway. How are you gonna mill him? Aren't you drawing more cards? So the trick here is because we're using counterfeit copies, our deck is just gonna be bigger than his. Okay, so now we're gonna refill our entire board. And this is like part of why Teemo's nice sometimes, because sometimes literally just you're killing them off of the mushrooms and the warning shots. But here we just want to mill him. So our hand is a little too big here. We're gonna only be like single drawing off of Zevi. Which is a little sad. We do want, like, the coral creatures. So the Clump of Wumps just replaces itself for free. Unfortunately, it gives us a fucking Mushroom Cloud in our hand, which is not useful. Mushroom Cloud can be nice sometimes, but Clump of Wumps is basically a really bad, attune thingy. Alright, and they just surrender, because they're realizing what's happening here and that they can't win anymore. So yeah, basically, it's just another infinite combo deck. And there's a lot of different ways we can do infinite combos. I'll show you guys just to wrap it up. There's one other idea I'm tinkering with that I might actually be able to make work, which is the idea of, wait, did I not have, I thought I built a version in my deck builder. You know what? Oh no, here it is. SI Storm. So just to kind of like, you know, cock tease you guys a little bit. I think there could be something really big here in SI, using Islander instead of... Because the Ephemeral doesn't matter. So we can use Islander instead of Soloist, and we can use, like, Stalking Shadows, which is really big for this. We'll see if it's able to do the same thing. But unfortunately, I found in playing with this deck, that little Attune 2-mana card is, like, really, really good. So I don't know if we can get out of Bilgewater. Anyway, this is a super fun deck if you're into, like, this kind of, like, you know... It's the same thing as, like, the Zephyr deck, where it's, like, a full-on combo deck. I find it really fun. It's not like super OP. It's not going to win a ton of games, but when your combo works, it's so unique, dude. It's so unique.